Ahí está. Y pues estamos grabando otro episodio, un episodio nuevo. Y tenemos a Raymond y a Aaron en la casa hoy. ¿Cómo
What's
están?
going on, Aaron?
How you guys doing?
What's good, Raymond? What's good?
It's been a long time, brother. It's good to see you
Hey,
here
we
in the
missed
studio.
you last time, bro.
I know.
We did,
No,
right?
that
Like,
just-
for reals, right?
yeah.
We were talking about it.
Not just me, wait. Also, Frankie.
Oh,
Motherfucking
yes.
Frankie's in the house.
We brought Frankie back, wait.
Yeah, wait. Frankie's back. Wait, come on now.
Why is he just chilling there, wait?
He's chilling. He's just, he's hanging around. Wait, no pun intended. Well, pun intended, actually. Wait. So.
Are you
yeah.
happy you're back, wait?
Hey, wait. I'm ecstatic. I'm back.
wanted to
Wait,
come
I'm back.
wait?
Wait.
Yeah.
I
finally,
miss
wait.
my house. Wait, I miss home. This is home. Ooh.
All right.
Oh, yes, how was your holidays, wait, your Christmas?
Hmm?
Now that we were talking about Christmas, how was your Christmas, wait?
Hey, wait, fuck Christmas. Wait.
Yeah, now everybody's
Yeah,
like,
wait.
fuck Christmas with what I just heard.
Fuck Christmas. Wait.
Yeah, I just found
But
out
that's
what's
another
going on.
episode. That's gonna be another episode with
It was hot. It was expensive,
It was fucking hot.
and I didn't get no tamales. Wait,
I
Well,
guess
where'd you spend Christmas, man?
Yeah, wait.
with my significant other.
Oh.
In hell or what? Sounds
Yeah,
Purgatory?
pretty much.
Sounds like quite a place, man.
It was.
What
man.
about you, Aaron? How
Take
was your
sunscreen
Christmas
next time.
week?
I don't celebrate that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He doesn't celebrate. He's the one
You
that
don't
just...
celebrate Christmas?
Next
brother?
year,
No,
no one's
sir.
going to be celebrating
Don't
Christmas.
wait.
Bro,
Don't do it. But he's not doing it because of what you told me. He's doing it because of other reasons.
I know, but
Deeper
yeah,
reasons.
I
Yeah.
do not believe in Christmas or any celebration like that at all.
I hear you, bro. And
We're
you know
going to have
what?
an episode where we're going to talk. Well, you're going to tell us.
Well, we can all have a conversation.
Yeah. Why is it that Christmas is so bad, way?
Yeah, well, to add to this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably gain a couple of hate mail way and lose a couple of fans way, but honestly, wait, this is good. This is gonna be directed to Art.
What happened?
Fuck your cap.
Fuck my
Yeah,
cap.
pretty
Why
much.
he's such a hater to the
Yeah,
Cowboys,
fuck your
way?
cap way.
Oh, it's
That's-
because the Patriots lost, way. That's why. Yeah. Patriots didn't have a
we're
good
still
day.
a wild card. We're still. Anyways,
I mean, if
wait.
we're going to talk about scary stories, let's talk
Yeah,
about
we
the
are gonna-
Patriots.
This is just
We can
jumped
talk
all
about
around.
the
bro.
Patriots. I
Oh,
mean,
we got jokes. Oh, we got jokes now.
hey,
that's
you're
all
the
right.
one that wanted to talk about football, eh?
All it says, fuck your cap way. Fuck your cap
Okay,
way.
let's talk about football.
No,
So you didn't have a very good Christmas. That's what you're telling us.
fuck Christmas way.
Yeah, I know. We Patriots
Yeah.
lost and all that shit.
There
It's
you
all
go.
good. It's all good, man.
Well, as long
Hopefully
as
you
you're
have
here,
a good
Aaron.
New Year's.
I'm gonna have a good New Year's. Aaron, this is
was
here.
good.
Oh, you
man.
guys are going to spend it
Yeah.
together?
Pretty much.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Aaron, what did you do, eh? What did you do on the weekend, eh?
What did I do on the
Yeah.
weekend? Just work, man. That's all I do. Just work.
Oh, you had to work?
Yeah, but I was reading up on a few things, man. Which is
Nice,
the conversation
way.
we're gonna have today, bro.
Today we're going to have a good episode. We're talking about haunted houses, way.
Yeah, man.
Different haunted houses. And we're going to start with Raymond, way. Raymond's going to talk to us about a
Ooh.
haunted property
Ooh.
that it's actually what made one of this famous movie that just came out a couple years ago and started off.
Well, what we're gonna talk about today, starting off, is the original property that was in the movie The Conjuring, and we're gonna talk about what the movie couldn't put out
Okay.
in video, which was the actual story of what actually happened, because it was said to be that it was too graphic, it was too violent to be able to show in theaters. So what it was is more or less what happened in the movie was somewhat correct. The only thing that changed was that the lady that was possessed in the movie,
The mom, right?
the mom,
Yeah.
what happened was that she's the one that started feeling all the symptoms, of the possession and all that stuff first, from being slapped in the face to hair pulling to, at one point, she was actually raped. That's something that was
In
not
the same property, way.
in the same property.
Yeah, I see, I
Now,
see.
talking of the property, I was gonna ask you, wait, does the house from the movie, wait, it's not the actual house where all this happened, or
No,
like in
it's not. It's just
a different
a
property.
replica
Okay.
of something what it would look like the actual house, but it's not the actual house itself. Due to copyrights,
Yeah.
they can't really, do that. And it was said the men that the 5 daughters that were there experienced, a lot of things, a lot of pushing, because of the so-called witch that was there that sacrificed her baby.
Okay.
And said to believe también that the birds that were running into the house, también would, from all the sudden impact that the birds would, go in at high velocity, would literally open up and they had spilled out maggots and stuff like that, but that was really gross. And the dad is the one who actually called the Warrens. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Somebody that knew the dad that were living in the house, he's the one that contacted the Warrens on their behalf without them even knowing.
Oh, okay.
¿Sí me entiendes? And the Warrens came out, and the dad's like, pues, what's going on? Who are you? So-and-so. So the Warrens, introduced who they were, what they do. So they were let in, and in the process were doing, the channel with the voice, the EVP sessions and all that.
Yeah.
And, Lorraine is the one that actually felt the house, not to be, safe and whatever. So they decided to do the exorcism on the wife del señor, and because she was showing all the classic signs and whatnot, and they already felt that energy with her, and then she put off that energy really, really bad. And when they started doing that way, it wasn't the way it was depicted in the movie, that it was downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, it was in the basement, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
The actual ritual was actually done in the living room.
Oh, okay.
See, so there was no, all that part that, that she went through the bottom and because her daughter was hiding, that's all false.
Okay.
That was just Hollywood added, that effect to it.
Of course.
But it was really done in the living room on top. And apparently she got worse, the lady, she got worse after the exorcism. And that's when the husband attacked Ed Warren, hit him, told, was real upset, told him to leave, that he just made things worse, and that they didn't ever want to see them again.
So basically, they told him to stop everything that they were doing, or what?
Yeah, because
in the movie it's different, right? Like in the movie, everything.
No, yeah.
They
changes.
do the exorcism, the lady comes back to normal, and it's like they do a good job, a decent job. So in real life, they didn't finish the job.
The movie depicted Ed Warren fixing their Chevy, I believe.
Yeah.
And nowhere near that.
Okay.
It was just.
Now, how did the property the original property, right? Not in the movie. How did it get How did this manifest there at the property? How did this evil spirit or whatever there was how did it start with it?
It started because that property was owned by a gentleman.
Okay.
And the gentleman who married a poor lady there, she was into black magic.
Okay. Like voodoo and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she would pray to, the devil and whatnot. And she claimed to have been, she claimed in life that she was a witch, right? And when she had her child, she wanted to do the ultimate diss to God. So she killed her own, killed her own baby.
And this property?
Yes.
Wow.
And the people from the town, they was it's something unheard of, and it's something that's really, really was extreme for the time.
Oh yeah.
It was extremely extreme, and
what happened to the lady, Wayne?
They hung her.
They hung the lady, Wayne.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, she was hung. But before she was hung, she did do that. She
her ritual and everything.
Yeah, so she cursed the land.
So basically, in real life, the Warrens go to this property, to the house. They go on behalf of someone that knew the family.
Mm-hmm.
They start the investigation. They find out that evil shit was going in the house.
Oh, yeah.
But they didn't get to finish the whole job.
No, they didn't. They didn't finish.
The husband just wanted it to stop.
See, by no means. And then that original family lived there for I believe 3 more years. till they had enough money to actually move out.
Yeah.
So they actually moved away. They moved away states, I believe. But even at that, even though that they moved, whatever was there, it actually followed them. Way. So yeah, it was.
Oh, but they got attached.
Yeah, wait.
They
Yeah.
got attached.
There was like something similar to the one of the families that lived in what was that famous house? The Amityville.
Oh, see.
También decían eso, that when they left that
Amityville
place,
home,
like
man.
they felt like something was like chasing them around.
Yeah.
No, that's because that is a very, very strong story right there.
Yeah, like what happened in that house is also
The
fucking
dude.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. When I saw the movie at first, I read about that. It is.
I remember seeing the original movie. I think it was like from the 70s way, and I didn't see like the whole movie way. I just saw like a clip. And then when I grew up, like I heard the story way how it was the oldest son that killed everyone in the
Yeah,
family?
the oldest son.
It's fucking crazy, way.
Dude, with an axe.
With an axe?
Well, oh no, wait. It was a shotgun.
Yeah, because I remember
There was a
like, he
shotgun.
shot the little sisters,
Yeah,
the
he shot him
father,
on the head, bro.
and that was
straight in
actually
the head,
cool,
man.
way. And then like the movie came out not because of them, no, because there was a next family that moved into the house.
Yeah, it happened to a few
and
families.
that's
that
where
went
they
in
started to experience like all this shit. But acá like with the Conjuring one way, they did they move from the house y también sentían como que los estaban attacking way like in a different place?
Well, not at first. Way. I mean, when they first when after the 3 years way that they moved, things were okay. They thought they were they stayed in that house. But no, long behold, way like a weekend way to where they moved to, the third oldest was the one that was experiencing the hair pulling, scratches. They yanked her out of the bed. Was all these bad things, and then from her, it went to the second oldest, and I think it was only those two girls that were actually experiencing that bad energy.
So it followed them, bro.
Bro, it's because if you see the movie way, like it has some fucking crazy scenes way, like when the little girl like stares at I think she's looking like up, and there's like a lady or like a fucking demon way.
Yeah, but that was the actual witch.
That was the actual witch then. Oh shit, way.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That is.
that's crazy. Now
Dude.
that house way, is it like? Did they sell the house or say?
Oh no, it's still there.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah.
No.
Oh really? Like it's
Can
closed
it be
down.
open to the public?
See, I mean, if you
Have enough money to go bribe someone.
yeah, I think you could.
Where is it located at though? Do we know? I just think it was like upstate, like New Jersey or Connecticut, one of those places.
No, I'll get you
the exact coordinates.
the exact coordinates
Because
of it.
the Amityville was the one that was in New Jersey, right?
No, Amityville was in
Connecticut?
no, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, that's
Island,
true.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, that's crazy. Como quiera, güey. I mean, I remember when I saw the movie, I would think to myself like, "Fuck, if this like happened like literally to the kids, way, what's their life like right now?"
Fucked up, way.
Yes, we imagine going through that shit. We like, you
Bro,
know,
that's
it
gotta
was
be quite an
crazy.
experience.
Like that's a
yes.
mark. We like you just can't forget like over the years, way, and especially like that something happens to them in that house, way. They move from that house, and then like a couple years later, again, way like their hair is being pulled and
I'm
all
sure
that
it's
shit.
probably still happening to this day, bro.
Yeah, where they probably have like an experience or something. There were like five children, no?
Yeah, there were 5 girls.
That's fucking crazy.
Man,
way.
I'm sure to this
I
day.
mean, the
something's
crazy thing
happening,
is this way, like always with the haunted houses and shit, you always get like the typical average family that buys their dream home or like a home for the first time way,
Yeah.
without even having like a clue way of like all this shit's gonna start happening way.
Yeah.
Ojete, güey, que te pasara eso. Imagine you just buy your house, we thinking like everything's gonna be legit, like all nice and everything. Boom, you walk into that shit.
Well,
Dude,
with the exception of the Amityville horror.
Because you know what you're going into.
The
right?
Amityville horror, I believe that they were actually told of the murders.
Yeah.
That's why it was.
Because
sold
I remember,
at a very-
según
very low
decían,
price,
like, what
man.
they said,
Yeah.
that the price for the estate for the house, that it was too cheap for like its actual value or something like that, right? So they had to say like the backstory to it, way.
Dude,
Amityville story, way. That's
we should buy it.
we should buy the Amityville house, way, and just
Dude.
go check it out.
Leave cameras rolling there, way.
All the time,
They
bro.
have done
These
programs,
cameras
no?
all the
Didn't they
time.
have a show or someone that went in their way and recorded something?
No, they didn't do a good job. Way.
They didn't get anything? Because I remember someone's, like, there was a show with, like, some ghost adventure or something. And they went to the house, like, the original house, pero...
Did you see Ghost Adventures?
Dude.
Yes.
You said Ghost Adventures.
I think it's Ghost
I
Adventures.
said it once. I'll say it again.
Oh, he said. Oh, I forgot. Here
you go.
Here it goes.
Are you watching this?
What's his name?
Fuck Zach Bagans. There.
He hates him, way.
Why?
Tell him why.
Why do you hate him?
Why is there so much hate for this guy, way?
Yeah.
What they do it on air, way. Well,
I knew you're the one that brought it up.
let's fucking air the dirty laundry then, way. Because he's a fucking fake, way. He's bullshit, way.
He's calling him out, way.
You're
Oh, you
calling him
actually
out.
said on the, like, a couple episodes
I
back,
did.
right?
I pointed at the
Yes.
camera and said,
Yes.
fucking calling you out and shit. Yeah. The second time, motherfucker.
Look at René right now. Look at that face, way. He's like, God damn it, this is.
You
this
better
might help us.
1080 this way.
He's like,
1080 this
we're
way.
supposed to be talking about the
You know.
Conjuring now.
Yeah, way.
If anybody's a real McCoy, way, Beyond the Darkness podcast, way.
Yeah.
He started talking about the whole thing in San Antonio, way, about the railroad tracks, way, how he's the one that debunked it and shit.
Oh, that's
he
why it
he
all
didn't
started,
debunk
right?
shit, way.
Yeah, that's why it
because we
started.
went there, way. We have proof, because we did it twice, way.
In the
We
day
did it
and
during
at
the day and at night. That's right, my nigga.
Yeah,
We did that.
twice. It was done twice, way. And twice we, like, saw little fingerprints and whatnot.
Yeah, way. Yeah.
So that's why you hate him. Because
So that's why I hate him.
that's
And other
not
things. I mean, yeah, way, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe he caught a couple of things here and there, way. But ever since he went Hollywood, way, he got soft, way.
Hey, but I remember in the beginning you actually liked the program, way.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
It was nice.
There was
It's
a couple episodes
interesting,
that were
man.
good.
It's interesting.
like, I give him props, way, for the Cecil Hotel.
Exactly. way.
I give him props for that one, way.
And that's a good episode, way.
Yeah, way.
That was a fucking good episode.
He was being a little bitch about it. though.
Look, the thing is, what somebody's gotta do, bro, like when it comes to homes or something like that, bro,
Yeah.
they gotta hide a camera and they'll stay there recording live for even more than a day or two.
Or a
bro.
night, yeah.
Because that stuff's, you might not catch anything one night.
It's
but-
because it's hard, way, going into a
Yeah.
place, way, and just thinking to yourself, oh, we're going to catch something, because I don't think, you never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Because that's not how it works.
Exactly.
It's not like, oh, it's not like the.
I do believe in this, though, that
Yeah.
when you go to this types of properties, way, sometimes they do happen because, like, the same energy you're bringing in, like, might provoke them, way,
Yeah.
or it can cause, like, something that you
Of
stir
course,
up the
of
pot.
course. Of course.
And
of
that's
course.
when they start like, hey, get the fuck
Oh,
out
yeah,
of here.
of course. It's
Aaron.
because things can happen, man.
When we went to San Antonio, I shit you not, bro. Nosotros, when we checked in, bro,
Oh, at the...
like 15 minutes,
yeah.
within 15 minutes.
That's a
Yeah.
true story.
Yeah, we heard a knock on our doorway.
What different they say? Oh, it's the toilet.
Yeah, they said it was a toilet, but the toilet doesn't fucking knock, way.
A knock me, like, literally, like... Y luego el toilet me dice, it's the toilet.
Yeah, way.
And I was like, nah. That's not...
Well, I don't know
And
what
it
kind of
happened
toilets
twice,
you
though.
have.
Yeah.
It happened twice.
Afterwards, we were eating M&Ms.
Yeah. Funny M&Ms.
Yeah, funny M&Ms.
Funny M&Ms.
Yeah,
I see.
and
But it was before the M&Ms that we heard the things, though.
oh, see, but then
It was
Yeah,
before
because then
the.
people
But
are
then-
going to be like, oh, that's when you heard the knock.
no, but then it was confirmed after we had the funny M&Ms.
No, yo, that Donkey Lady Bridge thing is what.
Oh,
You see,
that's
I wanna go there.
Oh, bro, you should have seen.
Bro,
No,
I wanna go there with y'all, bro, because I'm
Yeah.
down to walk in there.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's 2 miles away to get to the actual house.
Doesn't matter, bro.
From
Nice.
the entrance we were at, it's actually 2 miles away.
Go
to
go
get
there
to
with
the
a
house,
Go
yeah.
there with a knife or machete, bro.
Hey,
just
and
make
that's
sure
a
you're
haunted
safe,
house,
bro.
way. Like that could be part of the episode. Like we can do a trip when we do like haunted houses.
Yeah, we could definitely
and
do
we
that.
can include because we didn't finish it.
We can do the podcast inside the house.
No, they don't have light, way, so we can't.
Oh, we can take lights?
Nah, it's good. They don't have lights, way.
So you're scared.
No, it's okay.
fine.
We don't.
No,
Forget
it's
about it.
okay.
No.
Just forget about
Don't
it.
do that.
Why would you want to do that, way? No, that's not
You
even
might
scary.
catch something on your podcast.
No, we don't have any sponsors. No, we don't have that money.
Yeah, when we get sponsors and all that.
Yeah, we'll
like
go. When
Mr.
we-
Vegas over there, then we can, do
So-
those
Yeah.
types of things. But way,
Yeah.
at the Conjuring house, way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask both of you this question. Way.
Talk.
Go ahead.
Would you spend the night there? You
No.
really? For money, like let's say they gave you $10,000 to spend the night. Would you spend the night?
Maybe do it for 50.
50. Would you go do a what do they call it? Like go experiment in the house, like go look for ghosts and
Oh,
do
yeah.
all that shit? Yes.
Yeah.
Would you go? Yeah, I wouldn't even have to ask this guy. I know his answer already. He's like, I'm already there.
I'd spend the night there, bro. And if you're gonna pay me for it, it's even better,
Sweet.
dude.
I'm gonna cook and I'm just gonna stay there for
Yeah,
a week.
bro. I just gotta see what it's like, bro. You know, like
Oh, it's better. Was there any like deaths in this property, like besides the baby, obviously, and the lady that got hung? Like, did people that used to live there or whatever? Was there anyone that died?
No, not
Nothing
not
recorded?
No.
It's crazy though because this is like there's movies out of this house, wait, like maybe like you say it's not like officially 100% to what happened, wait.
Yeah.
But you know, like it stirred some shit where they eventually made a movie, wait. Now the one we're gonna talk with Aaron, because Aaron brought up like a good topic about a house, a haunted house, is Haunted Hill House.
Yeah, Haunted
it's here
Hill
in
House.
Texas, way, and it's actually like it goes hand in hand way with the one he's talking about, the Conjuring one, way, because you get like bad spirits and all that, and it's an old property. When was this one made?
In the 70s.
In the 70s. Oh no, this is from the 1800s.
It's
Right?
from the 1800s, man.
This is crazy, way. Let's go with Aaron so he can tell us a little bit more about the haunted. What's it called?
Haunted Hill House.
Haunted Hill House.
So yeah, man, like, well, I don't know the complete story of it.
Okay.
What I do know is that it was made in the 1800s, built
Yeah.
back then. It's actually connected to Baker Hotel.
Okay.
Baker Hotel is a spot that was used for prostitution, as well gambling, and they were doing a lot of bootleg. Now the connection with that,
A brothel?
yes sir, a brothel as well. A connection with that has it that, of course, in this home, they housed many of those things that were going to that brothel, because they had the connection to it. Now, people had died in that home. There's a gentleman in there that, well, and the story goes from the video I showed you,
Yeah.
where the girl gets yanked off the bed, bro.
There's chingos of stories of murders in there, though.
Yes,
like a lot
there's
of
a lot of
crazy
murders
shit
in there,
happened in
bro.
that house.
Prostitutes
Right?
and everything, man. Like a lot of things like that, man.
Now you had said, well, when we read it, that the Netflix special, the Haunted House,
Yeah.
Haunted Hill House, right,
Haunted Hill House
was actually also based kind of
on that.
on this one, and this one's located in Texas, right?
Yes, sir. Mineral Wells, Texas. Bro.
It's in our own state, way.
How far is it?
What, next to Fort Worth?
It's next to Fort Worth. It's
Yes,
what,
sir.
like 7-8 hours from here.
Nice.
We should go.
Road
They
trip?
do
Yes,
tours,
sir.
right? You said they do tours.
Yeah, they do tours, man.
The tours when you go there, I read that 10 p.m. to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You go, you pay. I think it was what, like $200 or how much was it? Way?
Well, you could do it overnight for $500, dude.
$500 to stay in this house, way.
Yeah.
But there's chingos of stories because, like you said, it used to be a brothel, though, right?
Yes, sir.
And when I was reading on this place, way it said that was a lot of people got killed, robbed, like a lot of bad shit happened. But there was one story, way, because you say you saw a video, like these people went into the house and they caught something on camera.
Yes, sir.
But there's a story about like a black shadow that everyone sees, like a woman's shadow, pero que nomás se mira negra. So supposedly, with this girl back in the 1800s when it was a
Yeah.
brothel, she actually got raped by a couple of guys there, and they killed her. They ended up killing the lady. So now they say that this black shadow that you see, she actually attacks like unfaithful men or things like that. Like
Really?
she attacks them.
Now, was
It's
she?
one of like many stories that this place holds, way.
Yeah, dude. Look, at the moment, the craziest one would be the room of the owner, bro.
Okay.
That's where all those happenings like take place. When it comes to the guy being shoved in the video or the girl being dragged
the
off
guy
the
that was
bed.
pushed, way.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
the
there's
guy
a
was
video where you
pushed.
can actually see a person, right? He gets
Yeah.
pushed, way.
Look, on the video with at first the female and her friends. The female's laying on the bed on the side of the professor, which is the owner of the home. He was a professor. This guy, the ghost or the entity, whatever you might want to call it, you can see where the girl gets yanked off the bed completely off by it, bro. And it wouldn't be as one can fall, as the video that I showed you talks about it. But it's a complete yank, bro.
Yeah.
And things like that happening, bro, gives you a strong sense of something really dark happening in there, dude.
Now the house, where like we said, they do tours. It's open to the public.
Yeah.
It was actually just purchased in 2017.
Yeah.
Like the current owners, like they knew what they were buying with, because like everybody in this town knows the story about the house.
And they don't live there?
And they actually don't live there. Way in the beginning, they were living inside the house, but they stayed that they
Inside.
knew everything. And within like the first 3 to 5 months, they were like, "Nah, we can't live in here." They actually bought the property just, I don't want to say for the fun of it, but because of the history behind it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of decided, well, we should stay in this house. It's a big house, like a 2-story house,
It's a
like it's
two-story house.
big.
Was it like remodeled or did it stay?
If you see it right now, the thing is, like, I think there's like now buildings around it, right? Like there's
Yeah,
like
well,
more
there are
life
things like
surrounding
that.
it. And back in the day, it was just the house and the Baker's, what's it
Baker's
called?
Hotel.
Yeah, so it was those 2 buildings, so it looked more creepy. Now, if you go Google it, it's like that place, and next to it, like there's other buildings that they just built.
So, yeah, so it really doesn't look quite bad as well.
Yeah.
It looks like it was clean, taken care of well.
Yeah.
But of course, it's the original home. It has no remodeling done completely, man. Just what it is to... I cuenta just the cleaning, maintenance to it.
Había un video, güey, de... ¿Cómo se llama? Jack Osborne, el hijo de Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
He actually went with his friends, way, and he paid, I guess, like property for some whatever they pay, so they can spend like 3 days. They closed it down to the public. It was just him and his team, way. And he states that he's been doing this for a couple of years now, where he goes to like haunted places,
For
way.
3 days?
For 3 days, where they spend
That would
there
be
in
pretty
that house,
cool,
way. Yes, way. He said that from all the places he's been in, that's like the number one, like most haunted place that he's encountered with. He said like once you step in there, it feels dark. Like the tension is fucking bad.
Yeah.
That is crazy there, way.
Man, we gotta go visit that spot, dude.
And that's not that far, way. That's 8 hours from here, way.
Yeah. We gotta
go
go
there?
visit that. We gotta go visit that.
Imagine back in the day, like in the 1800s, it started as a place of retreat for the men, I guess. Like
Yes.
just go have fun,
Of course,
do crazy shit.
Was, back then there was all this gambling, everything
Yes.
going on. Of course, the bootleg as well. So it was a place where you would have
A lot of illegal
a
shit.
lot of illegal things
Yeah.
going on, man.
They say that the owner, the guy you're talking about, that there's the spirit of the owner, that he had like a couple of body counts under his name. Where like he got into
really?
a couple like fights there at the same place, and he had ordered or him like he killed people there in the house.
Well,
Where,
see,
like,
of course, all of that ran through business.
Yeah.
Man. It's all business. So they're all
now
gonna be
you
dancing
go in, it's fucking crazy because now you know like a little bit of the history on the house, way, and it's like, goddamn. The video you sent me, way, I put like, I think I saw it for like a minute, way, and I don't remember what I had to do that I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Watching it. The people that walk in there, we like before they go into the place, they seem all like happy about it, like, nah, we're
Dude.
gonna go to this. That. When they go in there, we like the attitude just like boom,
Yeah, it just
360 way.
changes.
They change, way, like you can tell they were like scared to be there, way.
Yeah, attitude just changes. The vibration changes. Yeah, you see it, the way they start talking.
How did you find this place, man?
I was actually at my house and I was watching one of those top 20s,
Okay.
and I came across that one, and the video shows at first where there are some people walking down this like small corridor type deal, and in the door they see a hand, a black shadow, going into that door, like moving in. Of course, at that moment they didn't capture it, but they didn't see it themselves. But in the camera, it shows things like that. Now, that interested me, so I kept watching the video, and then that's when they spoke about the girl getting pulled off of the bed.
Really?
Dude, and it's very interesting because it shows where they all go. They lie down, and the female lies down on the side that was on the side where the professor would lie. And as they're talking, you see where her body gets flung off the bed to the side. From there, they stand up and they walk out of the room, and the door closes by itself, slowly. And in the video, if you get a chance to see it, bro, it shows where even the doorknob is being, like you
it's
see where it's
pulled or
being
what?
pulled. The door closes and the doorknob gets pulled, bro. You see that right there. Now, after that, they went into they had another group in there, and that other group of 3 people went into that room, and there was a guy trying to provoke the professor,
Okay.
saying that, why would you mess with girls? Why don't you do it to me? Why don't you mess with me? The moment he says that, in the video, it clearly shows where he gets shoved. But it wouldn't be like one of those where people try to fake it. No.
Yeah.
The body reacts
Like you
to
can
a,
see the
to a
boom,
complete
the push.
the ragdoll shove, boom, where the body just bounces back. And the moment he feels that, the guy runs out of that room, and again the door closes. And the same thing with the doorknob, yanks in.
It's because that's the same thing we we're talking
fucking
about, way.
crazy,
Like
bro.
you go to these places, way, and I feel like when you
I'll see it
provoke,
tomorrow
way,
morning.
when you I'll see it tomorrow morning.
I'll see it tomorrow morning.
When you
Not now.
provoke this shit, way, like something's gonna happen, way.
Dude,
Like
yes.
I remember when you told me that part of the video, I was like, nah, I don't believe this. And then you're like, no, you can see the body like twitching. I was like, fuck, way.
And the video that I sent you is a video of a guy trying to debunk it. And even the guy says that he's completely stumped. He doesn't know what exactly is going on, because you can see with the female, her reaction and her body, the way it just gets shoved off of the bed. Yanked
Look,
right out.
that's the house.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, wait, that's to be more than 50,000, man.
Look at the house, way. We're gonna put the picture so they can see it, way.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal house, way.
Is that normal, way?
No, right? Like with all that shit that was
Yeah.
happening,
They
that's
all
not a
look
normal house.
bro. They all look normal.
It actually looks like one of the Conjuring houses from Conjuring 2, I think.
No,
wait.
bro, that one's actually normal.
Hey, wait, that's crazy. We should go here. Wait, we should book a trip. René should take care of that. Wait, René, can we go there?
To our sponsors, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
You don't pay for it?
you'll pay for it out of your. René, sí, güey, cómo no,
See,
yo lo
now
llevo,
that
güey.
sounds great, bro. You can have my water if you'd like. I already drank a bit off of it.
Hey, but when you go here and you spend the night, wait, you pay $500 for the whole night,
Per night, yeah.
pero per person, ¿verdad?
No.
Like a group? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit. That's like the Black Swan, or what was it called?
yeah, the Black Swan
Have you heard of that
motel.
one, wait?
I have not.
It's in, where was it, in San Antonio?
That's in San Antonio.
Let's go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that one also has a lot of history, bro. From the actual property sits on an old Indian burial site
Yeah.
where a lot of wars took place. ¿Qué más dije? Confederate soldiers, they see a little girl was drowned there. We have like a pond,
Yeah.
and the spirit of a little girl appears there because she was drowned way in their way, and the actual house itself is haunted también, and you're able to be there. But it's from it starts off at 8 p.m. and you finish at 8 a.m. But it's a lot of property,
It's
bro.
a big property, wait.
Yeah.
Like, when you told us and we were checking it out online, wait, they actually host weddings there and
Yeah.
different shit, right?
Wait, it's a home?
Yeah.
It's an actual home, bro. It's like an old home. It has a barn way, and
It's like a Victorian home, wait. Like, it has that antique look
man.
outside, right? Like,
We should go to many of these places, man. But we should also go to the ones that are abandoned, bro. I think
to an
we'll find
abandoned
a lot.
place, wait. Well,
I'm
we're
sure
trying
we'll
to
find
get
a lot
to
more.
go to the Donkey Lady Bridge.
Bro, I want
house.
to go. When y'all told me about that, I
Yeah.
want to go.
And that, I mean, guys, because it's crazy. Because, I mean, to me, the 2 mile walking way at night,
yeah.
that day we walked less than what, like half a mile away, and we were like all
Yeah,
panicking
we're
and
exhausted.
shit.
Way.
But that one, it's because for the Donkey Lady Bridge, where you get to the place, right?
Yeah.
And once you're entered, there's the bridge, right? The bridge
Yeah.
is right there. But from there, way, there's like a trail that leads you to the house, and it's 2 miles deep into like the woods, way. And the house is actually still burned there, way. They burned the house, way. Remember we spoke about this story
Yeah.
on the past one, way. They burned the house, and the house is burned down, and it's still there. But they just added a gate around it, like
Yeah.
a fence. I'm sorry, a fence. They put a fence around it. But the people we met in San Antonio, we met some people at a restaurant. They were telling us that there's ways where like the parts of the fences, I guess, they're open, way,
Yeah.
and you can just walk in there. But the house is there, way.
Oh,
I mean, that's
see.
something that's close to us that we can
Okay.
actually
Yeah. And
visit.
then the other lady we met there that was
Oh,
parked with her daughter and
yeah.
her demon son.
Her demon son, he was
Yeah.
screaming like crazy right then.
He was, way.
Dude, we came up with some theories of what was going on with that. You wouldn't want to hear.
Yeah, he was in
We
the
were
back
thinking
seat.
a lot of bad things with that day. We were like, maybe he was
Dude,
possessed.
it was
way.
just an omen, dude. The little kid was kicking the doorway like crazy, way.
No, dude. Chapa came up with he might have, we might have stopped, you guys might have stopped it from doing what, Chapa?
That he was gonna get a sacrifice. Way I said, way. I was like, maybe he was screaming for help because he was about to get sacrificed in that place. Way.
They,
It
He was
could be,
screaming.
way.
Way. I'm not lying, right?
He was screaming really bad, way.
But and she was all
Screaming
normal.
bloody
She would
murder.
just be like, "Hey, be quiet." She was talking normally, and the kid was like going crazy in the back. So add that to the way, plus like it was fucking cold that night, and then we have to walk into this place. It was like,
Oh,
holy
and then she
fuck.
was so mellow. She was like, "Oh, we've been here so many times." Like,
Yo,
okay.
Chapa, well, how many kids do you have, man?
Yeah, way. How many people have you sacrificed here, lady? No, but you know what? Way, my question is this way:
Yeah.
all these haunted houses, like the Black Swan, the what's it called? Way Haunted Hill House.
Yeah, Haunted Hill House.
So they charge you to go in there, way.
Yeah.
And you can do a tour, and you might be able to, find something or record
or
something.
you can do an investigation, right?
An investigation, exactly.
Yes.
But what about the houses, way, that we don't get like Aaron said, like abandoned houses, way, that have history, way, because there's chingos of those, way. Like for example, the Donkey Lady Bridge house, way, like
Yeah.
the history, way. A family was burned alive, and people in town, San Antonio, like a lot of people told us that this lady appears in the bridge because she doesn't want people coming into the property and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, how many of those houses are just here, like in Texas, even in Laredo? I spoke in one episode, I don't remember if it was like the second episode or the third one, And we spoke about this house that's here in Laredo by Pita Mangana.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know where Pita Mangana
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So there's a house where this is old green house, where a small house, and it's like abandoned, like 10, 15 or more way that no one lives there anymore, way. And the story goes way that supposedly the husband killed the wife, and then he killed himself, way. And I think the wife's sister, or something like that, she would like talk on weekly basis with her, and like she wasn't like contacting or calling them, so that's where they thought it was like suspicious. So they called the cops here in Laredo. When they went to the house, where they found them dead, way. Both of them, like they.
Typical murder
Yeah,
suicide,
wait.
bro.
And
Damn.
that happened here like maybe 20, 25 years ago, way. The thing is, way, that property, way, belonged to the man, and he didn't have any family, didn't have kids or no one, so the property couldn't be like sold or passed on to someone else, way. And it's just there, the property. But the neighbors, there's neighbors to the both sides. They claim that at night, way, they've heard like shouts, way, they've heard shots, way, and during the day, a lot of people say that you pass, way, and there's like chingos of birds in the like outside the house, just there. And that's here in Laredo, way. And I remember when we went to check it out, I took some pictures and I posted a video on our page, way, and we had a person tell us that the neighbor is actually his grandpa. And he's like, my grandpa, he's heard a lot of stories there. We've been there like to celebrate Easter and stuff. And like during the day, it's normal, but at night, it starts getting like creepy.
Activity and shit.
Yeah, and he actually told us, he's like, if you guys want, you guys can come and like go to my grandpa's like property right into the house. And I was like, I don't know if I told this guys, but I mean, that happened here in Laredo, way.
Dude, I'm down to go check it out, man. What are we doing? We got something like that right here.
They actually have a name for the house. I don't remember the name. There's a name for this house, way. I don't know if it's like the name of the family, way, or something, but there's a name for the house. But that happened here in Laredo, way.
See, we gotta check something.
That's a
like
haunted
that.
house.
Yeah.
That is a haunted house, way.
A legit haunted house.
Oh yes, but you know what happened on the weekend, way? I went to a get together, and one of my aunts, way, she actually told me a story, way, that I wanted to share with you guys here in this episode, and it's pretty crazy because before the episode, when we were talking in the kitchen,
Yeah.
you guys mentioned some stories about some possessions and some weird things happening during those possessions, and actually all those things, way, combined with the story I have here, way. And
Nice.
Are you guys ready for this shit?
Yeah.
It's crazy, way.
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
So yes, way, I went to a little get together this weekend, way, and I was with my family members.
How was it?
It was pretty good, way. They made a carne asada. It was actually on Christmas, way.
Oh, really? You went on?
Oh yes, everyone left like around, I want to say like 11:30, way. And at 12, it was just my wife, my uncle, and my aunt, way.
Nice,
And we
way.
started talking about the show, and they liked the episodes and everything. And my aunt's like, you know what? I actually have a story I want to share with you, so you can probably go, you can
Question.
share it on the podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you all play loteria?
No, we didn't, way.
No. Isn't it weird, way, how here in Laredo, way, they call
It's
loteria,
traditional, way.
but yet in the valley, way, they call it chalupa?
Really?
Yeah, way.
I didn't know
Like
that.
the food?
Yeah, like literally,
Like the food.
like they literally call it chalupa, way.
I actually thought you
Man,
meant
no.
like the chalupa, no? There's the chalupa and la loteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what they call the game. It's over, and here we call it la loteria.
Well, we didn't play loteria, way. We weren't
No.
able to, way.
Yeah.
But I got something better, way.
What's
I got a
that?
good story.
Did you
A
really?
scary story, actually.
Ooh.
So it takes place, way, in a town where I was raised, Sabinas Hidalgo. And the story goes like this. It's not a long story. It's, kind of a short story.
But it's scary, though.
But it's scary as fuck. So
Scary
my-
as fuck.
My aunt, when she was little, way, they lived in this house way in Sabinas. It was her and her two sisters, and her parents. And next to their house, where they had these neighbors who were like the mom. I don't know if they had a father in the family, but it was like five kids were in the family. The oldest, I believe, was like, I want to say 17 to 18.
Okay.
The one after that was like 15, and the other three were like 7, 5, like little kids. Way. So the story goes that my aunt says that at the time she was young, she was, I believe, like 15 to 18 years old. There was a talk in the neighborhood way that the lady, the mom of these kids, she started practicing with like brujeria.
Really?
She started messing around with like, she was trying to do spells like those love spells, like to keep a guy or things like that.
Amarres.
Una amarra, exactly. But they say that even those things, they're considered brujeria, and you're opening up portals or doors when you work all this stuff, way. So right after this lady was doing this stuff, way, there was stories way that the other kids in the house they started to hear things or little weird things were happening in the house way. Their son way, which was not the oldest, I believe, was like the second to the oldest way. They say from all the kids way, like they were all like not. I'm not saying they were bad children. She didn't say they were bad kids, but they were like very active.
Yeah.
And the son way, the one that was like 15, 16, he was a very shy boy. He was always very quiet way.
Okay.
Like she said that when they stepped out of the house and the family was outside, everybody would be like running around and shit, and this kid would always be just like sitting
Mellow.
down. Yeah, mellow way, mellow. So one day, the boy's riding his bike, and an accident occurs. A truck hits him way, and some of the people that were
I'm sorry. The kid that was mellow.
yeah.
Okay.
He's riding his bike, and he kind of gets ran over by a truck way. And the people see this way, and they walk up to the accident way because they think the worst.
Yeah.
And the kid gets up way, he gets his bike up, and he says, "¿Por qué no me muero? Why can't I die?" And he gets on the bike and he just leaves way.
So he purposely did it?
Yes.
He purposely got on the way?
He purposely got on the way of the truck way. So everybody started talking about that, like, oye, ¿oíste? Mira, el muchacho se levantó y lo primero que dijo es, ¿por qué no me muero? Everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, After that incident, I believe there was another incident where he tried to jump down if it was like a roof or something. Y again, güey, like the kid unharmed, güey. Pero él se quería matar, güey.
Anyway, if you fucking hit me with a truck when I live, way. Anyway, you see me at church every Sunday, way.
Exactly, way. This kid over here, way, he wanted to commit suicide, way.
Why? Like.
That's where we're going.
Oh, okay.
Yes, way.
That's where it's heading to, man.
It's getting so.
So after a couple of tries, I guess, way, this kid goes visit one of his aunts there in Sabinas, way.
Yeah.
And he takes one of the 12 gauges from the house and he shoots he puts the gun to his mouth and he kills himself. Se mata, way. And that's where everybody was like fucking devastated. Because a lot of people knew he wanted to like commit suicide, way.
Yeah.
They didn't know why, way. He was like always very quiet, like something was not right, way, because like I'm telling you, the whole family was always like super active and shit.
Yeah.
So this kid, like, he blew his brains out, way. Se mató, way.
Damn. He Kurt Cobained himself?
Yes, way. The crazy part of this whole story was that my aunt, way, she was friends with his sister.
Really?
Oh.
So as the days go by or weeks or whatever, his sister tells my aunt the story of why he committed suicide. They found out, way, after he died, way, they found out a card, like a big paperweight that he left behind in his room for people to find. My aunt saw this paperweight. In the paperweight, the boy states his story. That goes like, me quité la vida porque yo ya estaba cansado de vivir así. Yo ya no podía vivir así en este miedo, traumado. Él viene todas las noches a la casa. Él me viola. Él hace lo que quiere conmigo y se burla de mí. Es un demonio malo. Él es verde y cuando él viene yo en veces en mi techo puedo ver 2 piezas que se empiezan a colgar. Y cuando esos piezas se cuelgan quiere decir que esa noche me va a hacer algo. So there were nights where he wouldn't like get, I guess, accused or like harassed or whatever.
Yeah.
But the nights where he would see his feet like tangling, way. Can you imagine you're in your bed, way, and in your roof, way? You just automatically, like, you see two legs, way, just dangling, way. And that meant that night he was gonna get like attacked, way. And he says it in the story, way. Él me ataca. Viene, es un demonio verde. Él me viola, se burla de mí y en veces hasta me vomita y se sigue burlando de mí. Like the demon would sit on him, way, and would like vomit on him, way, and just be laughing at him, way. This kid is living with this, way, without telling nobody, way.
Damn.
So they believe all this shit that's happening to him was because of something that maybe the mother like opened up. Worst of them all, like the worst thing of the whole story was that my aunt, she tells me that the kid drew the demon, way. She said it's something like awful, like the picture, like she says I saw it like years ago, and I can see it. I can still see it, and it's like a very ugly image where it's like a demon, like, and it's green, way. And like she said, you would see it, and like fear would like overrun you, like. And it was crazy, way, because this kid was going through all this, way, and like no one in the family knew, way. They just like he's quiet, whatever. He was being attacked. Now, right now, before we started doing the podcast, you guys mentioned some stories of a possession where they would get like sexually attacked,
Raped
by demons, right?
Yeah.
And when they were mentioning that way, I was like, damn, we're like that's the same thing that happened in this story, way. Can you imagine that shit? Wait, when I heard the story, like the way like my aunt told it to me, I was like, damn, like
Man,
that's
terrible,
fucking
man.
crazy, way.
And
Yes, way.
There's many accounts of things like that, man.
Now imagine this way, like as a parent, way you don't even know what's going on in your house or with your kids, way. And he goes to this level, way, where he puts a shotgun in his mouth, and to him, way, that was his freedom, like the only way to get away from this, way. And he killed himself, way. And I don't know what they did with the card, honestly, way, but I just know like my aunt was telling me like you can feel the pain when you're reading it. Like it's crazy, like the things he writes down, like what he was going through, way. And then that image, way, it stuck to my head where like how he mentions that every night, like if he would see those feet dangling, like he was coming, like he was gonna come, way. And like it seems like he would play with him in a way, like to just
man.
terrorize him, way.
No, yeah, bro, right there. It sounds like he just terrorized you, bro.
And it's crazy, you know why, way? Because so it's my aunt's house, and around her house, way, was that house, but to the other side, where there's this old little school for kids.
Yeah.
I actually attended that school, way, when I was 7 years old, actually. And it was like a creepy ass fucking school, way. And you know what's like the most creepy thing?
Right.
So it's a 2-story place, way. In the bottom, it was a school for like an elementary.
Yeah.
You go to the side of the school, so there's like fucking like dark alleyway, and there's some stairs that go up to the second story. In the second story, way, that's where some men from the town would hang out, and they would be what they call the Masons, way.
Yeah.
And they would do all these reunions up there in that floorway. And like nowadays, like you hear it and it's like, what the fuck? Like that was a little like kid school, like pure souls are downstairs.
Yeah.
And you got this men upstairs that were supposedly at the time, way, they were doing like witchcraft and all this shit, way.
Ritualisms.
Now, take this in mind, like the men that would go to that place were like lawyers, way, doctor, healthy people, like wealthy people, I mean. And they were all like in this it's like a cult, like wanna say, way.
Yeah. It would be a religion.
There was a couple people that actually went inside the room,
Yeah.
and they say that in the room, way, it was all like a solid color, way, and they had like a king's chair, way. And in front of the king's chair, there was like a couple of like skulls, way, like human skulls, way. My aunt says that at night she would hear the men, way, like just like humming things, like making fucking like weird noises where they were like talking like even in tongues, way. Like they knew that something bad was like happening there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no one would say anything, way. And in that area where she lived, way, like it's full of crazy stories, way, like a lot of like shit. Even when I was little, like I remember like hearing all this crazy shit from that school to different stories. But the story about the neighbor, way, I had never heard it before.
That,
No, hombre, way, when she told me the story, I was like, God damn, way.
man, that is an interesting story.
Yes, way. Can you just imagine this boy's trying to like commit suicide? Like they say that the truck, when it hit him, way, he was supposed to like be laying down like fucking hurt, and he wasn't, way. He got up like nothing, and he was mad, way, because he couldn't die.
Maybe it was a demon, way.
Exactly, that
Maybe
the
he
demon
kept
maybe
him
was
alive,
like
yeah.
keeping him alive, way. It was, I believe this, way, that maybe like the demon was feeding off of this kid, way.
Probably.
But
yeah.
they are like, she says it, I think it's true, way. Like I believe that if the mom wouldn't have been like fucking around or messing around with like witchcraft and all this,
Yeah.
maybe this wouldn't have happened. That's
it's
what I
'cause
think.
when it comes to that, bro, it's a give and take. If
Yeah.
you're gonna do any witchcraft like that,
It's because
they're
that's
gonna
what they
take
say.
something from
Good
it.
witchcraft, bad witchcraft. You're opening up a doorway,
Yeah.
and in this like other world, other dimension, there's good souls and there's bad souls out there, or even demons that are they're just waiting for a host, way.
Yeah.
We had that story of the lady that passed away for like a couple of minutes and then she came back to life. And,
Yeah.
and it wasn't her. Everybody was saying that she was acting different, that it was like a demon possessed her. It's the same thing over here. When you start playing with witchcraft and all this stuff, Wayne, you're opening up doors for something that just is like waiting, Wayne.
Of course, man.
Waiting to go into this world, to come into this world and look for a host where or someone they can terrorize, way, and like feed off, way.
Yes, sir.
Sad part about this story that it was this young kid, he was 15 years old,
It's because unfortunately they go for the firstborn, if anything, man.
Yes, and fíjate, in this story, this kid, he was actually not the oldest, Like, the oldest was his sister, my tia's friend, She's the one that showed her the card and everything.
But the first boy.
Yes, exactly. He was the first boy, though.
Yeah.
He was the first boy of the family, What do you think about that,
That's crazy, Just you left me in all way.
That's literally how many of the rituals work, man.
Yeah.
You open up a portal like that, even if you want just something like that, like you want somebody to love you, there's gonna be something out there that comes for something, bro. Because you don't get these things for free.
Exactly.
There's a price for many of those things, man. Many of those.
In our episode with Lobo Blanco from Monterrey, he considers himself a brujo. He does his good witchcraft. He said it like good witchcraft, bad witchcraft. You have to be ready for what you're doing because you don't know who's coming in and what can happen.
Yeah.
If there's like someone that has like a weak state of being or whatever you want to call it, they're gonna be like an easy target.
Yeah.
And that's why they look always. It's always the story that it's always with kids, and because of the souls that they're pure and all this,
Yeah, it's because it's a fragile vessel, bro.
Pero, that's fucking crazy. And then you know what, I wasn't gonna say this one, but I'll say this story, and it's from my tia. I'm gonna do the second one, She had two sisters. She has two sisters,
Yeah.
and they were all in the same house.
Okay.
And it's around 11 to 12 a.m. And one of her sisters, she's asleep.
Okay.
And in her dream, she starts dreaming. And in this dream, there's a figure, coming, walking towards her house in the same dream. Like, she can see her house outside of the house.
Yeah.
And this figure was getting super close to the house. And a thick layer of, like, fog is following this figure, And as the figure in the dream is kind of, like, coming into the house, the fog starts going under the house, like, to the doors and coming inside the house. The dogs in her dream, they start barking and doing all this noise as well. And at the same time, my other aunt, she tells me that everybody in the family, like her dad, her mom, everyone, they wake up to these noises of dogs, The dogs are barking, like crazy. They go to check and the dogs are barking, and from barking like mad, like, going crazy, they start making like noises like when they're hurt, And it starts feeling like super like fucking intense, where the dogs are crying, outside of their house. At the same time, her sister's having this dream, In the sister's dream, the spirit or whatever it's coming, it's already inside the house. My aunt, she says that when the dogs start like howling and everything, her mom gets them all together and they start praying, And as soon as she starts praying, she said that they all start hearing a lady, inside the house. Just talking like different tongues, and kind of like laughing and trying to like make them get confused with their prayer, like try to like break the prayer.
Yeah.
But the mom like kept them strong, kept them all together, and like she kept on praying. And they say they could hear like the lady like laughing inside the house, but they couldn't see no one inside the house, And the lady's laughing like hard, like sinister, like some fucked up shit. So eventually the mom like she continues to pray and say all this stuff. And boom, the laughter fades away. The dogs, they stop like making the noises, And her sister wakes up. And she wakes up screaming. She gets out of the room, And all the family's in the living room praying. They even forgot about that sister because everything that was going on,
Yeah.
The sister comes running to the living room. She sees them and she's like, ay, es que me desperté, tuve una pesadilla. Estaba soñando que el diablo se metió a la casa. But she has no idea, what just happened in real life,
Yeah.
But everything she was dreaming, like the way she explained it, was like everything that the family was seeing, like the dogs. Like in her dream, she just says she saw a figure, like getting close to the house, and she would see those like clouds going into the doors.
Yeah.
But it's weird how she woke up and she said, soñé que el diablo se estaba metiendo a la casa. No, that was like one of a fucking crazy experience, Yes,
I bet,
Man, that does sound crazy, man.
Yes, because imagine you're going to this where you're like, you go from hearing your dogs bark, they're crying now, You guys start praying, way, and now you hear a voice of someone inside your house talking, way, like trying to interrupt your prayer, laughing at you, way. And then you that goes away, and right when she goes away, you get a sibling come and tell you, I had an awful dream. The devil came inside the house. Way, like it gets me the fucking chills, way. Like that's fucking scary, way.
Oh boy, this one time.
Go.
I remember I was younger, right? And this one time, we lived in an apartment, dude. This apartment the door had broken down, bro. It had been broken down. And we're on a second story. I wake up at around 2, 3 in the morning. I was at around 10, 11 years old. I go to the restroom. When I come back, I felt somebody looking at me through the window.
Yeah.
So I go to my window, and right on the sidewalk, there's a guy staring at me in the window, right? So I trip out, and I go lie down between my brother and my sister because we would sleep right there on the floor. And when I'm lying down, I look at the window, and the dude's standing in the window looking at me lying down with my brother and my sister, bro.
God damn.
Now, there's nothing you can stand on right there at the window, bro.
Yeah.
You're literally in a 2-story fucking apartment.
Yeah.
And that guy was right there staring at me through the window.
In the window, way.
At the window, man. So, I do believe some things like that can happen, man. Some encounters like that can go down, bro.
And you were on the second floor?
I was on the second floor.
Way.
Second floor, bro. As a matter of fact, you know where the Lamar Bruni Vergara Recreation Center is?
Yeah.
Okay. About a block away from there, there's some apartments.
Oh,
It was
shit.
those apartments, bro.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Some nice brown apartments that are right there in front of it, dude.
Lamar Bruni Vergara.
I like how he added that
Yeah.
they're nice apartments, though. After he tells you he saw a fucking ghost through the window, we just
On the
wrote
second
her
floor,
name
he might
whatever
add.
it was.
Dude,
It's like they're nice apartments, though.
It's some weird things. I've been through some weird things, man.
In that place?
A lot of places, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of little weird things, man. But that story is interesting, bro.
Yes, way. I mean, the way she told me the story, way, like that when she was telling me the story, way, I was like, fuck, like we're gonna say it on the podcast. And she's like, yeah, I'm telling you the story so you guys can, share it.
Now, that thing about the green demon is.
But yes, way, that's the crazy one. Way,
Yeah.
like imagine, way, like she got to see this paper where those were like his last writings, way. And he's telling them, way, why he committed suicide, way, a demon is coming to terrorize him, way, rape him, way, vomit on him, laugh at him, way, like, way, that's like way beyond any fucking Hollywood shit that you see, way.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they would actually put that shit in the movie, way, because it's so fucking intense, way.
No, yeah, bro.
Like, you can't put that shit in the movie, way. You can't, I think you can't, way. You put that out there, way, in a theater, you're gonna have a lot of people fucking going nuts, way.
They'll always try to find a way, but yeah, there's things
like
that
they
they're
did
gonna
with the
keep out.
Conjuring, way. They had just play around, switch things because it does trigger some things, way.
Dude.
She even said it, not this time, but she had once said that even movies, way, when we see a scary movie or things like that, you're actually like
You're opening portals.
yeah, like that's why there's this saying that you shouldn't be showing this type of movies to your kids.
Yeah.
Because of how they're so pure and all this way.
Yeah.
But she had mentioned that before, that even music way, movies, all this way, like you're opening up portals. And we actually had the conversation way about buying secondhand stuff way. And she was like, that's a big no. Like, it's bad when you buy secondhand stuff because you never know, like,
What it's coming with.
exactly. It's crazy, way. Can you imagine buying something and next thing you know,
Pawn shops.
you got the
That's how-
Conjuring, the pawn
that's
shops,
how,
yeah.
How many stories have you heard about things going on like that, bro?
Chingos, way.
Chingos,
Chingos, way. There's one of there's an episode where I talk about this lady that they bought a glass door
Yeah.
from India. And they just wanted it because it looked fancy for their house, way.
Yeah.
And when they had the door installed in their house, she claimed that she would always see like a shadow figure outside of the door knocking, way. And the husband was at work, right? And she would go open up the door y no había nadie, güey. No había nadie. And this happened to them chingos of times. Even when they were like in the house, like in the AM hours, way, like at 3 a.m., whatever, she would hear knocks and they would go and you could see through the glass because it was a big glass, like a shadow outside of a man. Not a man, I'm sorry, of a girl, a lady. And she would go open the door y nada, güey. And then one day she's in her kitchen or in the living room and she's cleaning and she, goes through the hallway, looks towards the door and she sees the lady just like trying to look into the house, way. So she goes running to the door and she like when she pulls the door, she says that the lady was like at the doorway and she opens it and there's nothing, way.
See, now that's freaky shit right there, way.
Want to hear the finale to that story?
Yeah.
They sold the house because of all that shit, way. They had a newborn. They sold the house and they moved to San Antonio. They arrived in San Antonio way to some apartments while they were looking for another house. And I believe it was like in the first days that they were in these apartments. She's having these vivid dreams, way, where she's dead.
Yeah.
In the dream, she knows she's dead, and she's going to her old house, and she's knocking and looking to her house, and no one, like when they open the door, like no one can see her.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That was the dream she was
Damn,
having,
man.
way, when she goes to San Antonio. So it was like the woman she was seeing when she lived there
Was her.
way.
Damn.
Yeah,
man.
way. That was a
That's-
fucking crazy story. I
That's
remember, way.
crazy, dude.
That story, I said it, I believe it was in one of the episodes with Lobo Blanco, because I remember we were talking about the secondhand stuff.
Yeah.
And I told him that story, and he's like, yeah, I mean, that
You
there's
never-
chances of like your own spirit, giving you clues of something or things like this. But can you imagine that the lady she was always looking, like seeing in her door,
was her.
was her spirit when she died, way? It was fucking crazy, way.
Damn, dude.
That's a good one, way.
You just never know, man. There's cursed objects out there, bro.
Exactly, way. I mean, there's a lot of cursed objects. I used to work at a pawn shop, way, and I always not just thought of it, but I kind of knew that if someone dies, way, and you go and sell their stuff, and they were super attached to something, that spirit is gonna be like moving
with
around
that.
with itself. I worked in 6 different pawn shops, way,
Yeah.
and there's not one pawn shop where I can tell you I never heard something. Like in all the pawn shops I worked with,
Yeah.
you would always hear stories of like noises or people seeing someone running in their warehouse, all the stories in those pawn shops, and I was in different companies, way. But I mean, to hear those stories was because you knew that some of these items, way, might have been like from someone who was deceased, way, and like they were too like attached to it or something,
Yeah,
way.
bro. Somebody.
Because you get everything, jewelry, way, you get everything, way, in the pawn shop, way. That's crazy.
Yeah, boy, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Oh yes, pero talking of our stories for today, our main stories, way,
Yeah.
the Conjuring, way, that was a good one, way.
It was good, way.
I mean, and
I
that's
like yours, Aaron.
yes, way, the Texas Haunted
Yeah.
Hill House, way. If you don't know about this, we Google it.
Yeah,
You
we-
can just
we
write
Googled it.
Texas Haunted Hill House. They actually have openings. I don't know what days during the year, way. You can go, you can reserve, and you can go
Yeah.
do your investigation. It has crazy stories from the brothel, from the people that died there, the people that you know what? Actually, we missed. There was a couple people that got poisoned in their way. They got poisoned in their way, like someone poisoned them, way.
Oh, but it's good. There's a lot of people that got murdered, stabbed. Of course,
Yeah.
it was gambling, so people would, lose a lot of money, and while they're in there, things can happen, man.
Yeah.
Deaths can occur.
It's crazy, way. But I think we've reached our finale, our end to this podcast. Remember to follow us at ACG Vids at YouTube,
Yes.
Facebook Beyond the Dark 956, Instagram Beyond the Darkness, TikTok Beyond the Darkness. And anything you guys want to say? Some last words for our fans, for our people that keep on, showing love, listening to us in every episode, sharing our stuff. Lázaro, Raymond, anything you want to throw out there?
Just basically, I want to thank Aaron.
Aaron for showing up
for
again,
showing up,
for
being
giving
with
us
us.
a badass.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
Thank you to Rene for all the
Conducting.
conducting that he
the
does.
con-
And for,
Conducting
for
it.
paying for the,
For still putting your name when you weren't here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you kept me. You made me thin, brother.
You made me thin
No,
for
plus,
that one.
Plus, he offered to pay to go over there to the.
Oh, yeah, he offered to pay for the trip, so that's
yeah,
good.
it's a
Yeah.
trip, man. This is-
Oye, pero hasta aquí vamos a llegar con esto en su episodio de Beyond the Darkness.
El más allá de la oscuridad.